Hello fellow Scorpios, welcome to your reading for February 2019. Whoops. This is going to be a reading for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. If you'd like to have a comprehensive view of what's coming up for you this month, I would recommend checking out the trilogy of signs, so your Rising, Sun and Moon, just to see what is in store. I'm going to be using the Druidcraft Tarot this month. I haven't used it on camera for a while. It's been used in personal readings, but just not on camera. If you'd like a personal reading, you can go to the website link below or email me. If you'd also like to have the weekly readings, you can become a patron, and it's as little as $1 a month. You can get some access codes, discount codes, all that kind of stuff. Alrighty, let's have a look and see what information's coming through for my fellow Scorpios. You'll still be feeling the effects of the Leo eclipse, by the way. This is going to be from your career. So the next 3 to 6 months, you'll still be feeling the eclipse energy, and that will be in your house of career and success, fame, reputation, all that kind of stuff. Glorious, glorious things that we can expect. All right, so I feel that's right. Now this card came out, but I'm not going to count it in the reading. But it is Two of Pentacles, so it does say that you need to balance it, and that maybe you have got some projects that you're just wanting to throw around, or maybe you're dealing with two different people that have opposing views. Either way, I think you need to dedicate some time to figuring this out at some point. So this could be things for you if you are of that group of Scorpios. All right, is this the right one? I'm going to do another shuffle. All right. Okay, so 6 of Swords, 8 of Swords, and then we have the 5 of Cups. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Swords. Wow, okay. The 4 of Cups and the Prince of Wands. At the bottom, you have the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is actually energy that goes all the way up through the deck. So he brings forward a very entrepreneurial, visionary aspect. So if you've been looking at something to do with art or creativity, this could be somebody who's really giving you that sense of belief in yourself and that sense of zhuzh, you know what I mean? Maybe even a part of your own astrology, or it could be somebody who you go to for help. But this person is very key to you, so Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo person. And again, the balance keeps coming through for me here. It could be something to do with your own tenacity. I'm just going to move this camera a little bit. There we go. Don't worry, I will break these up for you. And I will also do some astrology as we go along. Okay. You do have some very deep emotions this month, Scorpio. I am not surprised. Us Scorpios do normally tend to have a very deep and meaningful connection with emotions, and we feel them a heck of a lot because normally we repress them. We don't sometimes want people to know everything that's going on in our hearts and our head. We can resist vulnerability. We can resist things that are coming through for us so openly, and because we're not really comfortable with it, you know. But I feel that this month there is something that we have to let out. There could be some disappointments from previous months. There could be some issues that we haven't really been focusing on, you know. It could be some things that we're trying too hard to push forwards to, and it's not really working out. It could even be things that we haven't quite dealt with, like the traumas from our past, or the issues and the hang-ups from our past. So I do feel that this is going to be coming through for us in general, but the new moon on Aquarius on the 4th of February brings forward this sense of renewal, and I think this could be something to do with your emotional life because it's in the 4th house as well. So it could be something to do with your sense of well-being for yourself, healing with the mother, your fixed assets, your home, you know, where you put your feet, you know, and rest your head. This is going to be something that is a new moon. You may be looking at it in a different way. Maybe you have some different ideas as to what you want to do with the home or clear things out. The 6 of Swords, though, says that you are moving forward. It's just a kind of a rite of passage, this what you're going through. It's just a feeling of, okay, well, this is something that you have to understand, take stock of, maybe journal about, you know, the things that happened in January in the last year. Maybe see how that, you know, what you learned from it. how you treated the experience and what was happening and how you've come so far in those 12 months. Because no matter how it may seem, same stuff, different day, you have changed. There could be something else that you're actually adding to your arsenal. It could be something that you're wanting to develop and grow for yourself. So I do feel that there's something coming in within your home, within your emotional needs and your emotional life that you will be able to settle and progress away from. Because this is all about progressing, but not necessarily leaving your experiences behind. Taking that with you, taking the lessons with you, having overcome them already. And you do have victory here. You have Ace of Swords. It's kind of like a breakthrough for you. It's a power, victory, clarity. It's something that goes, oh, finally, thank the Lord. I have actually figured out what it is I want to do, or what it is I need to say to this person, or how to overcome such and such. You have reached a lesson where you feel relief and just completely, oh, thank God for that. So this is really strong. This feels like it's something that you can take with you, something that you really feel like you can pursue, that's honest, something that really speaks to you and is very clear. And it could be a bit like night and day. You could feel like January was night and February is now day, that you feel so much less burdened by things that have been carried around you and this feeling of angst or something like that you can now take away. So I feel like this is something that is, building things up. But I feel maybe this is around Valentine's Day, the full moon. There's still some kind of thing that's holding you back, and maybe it's doubt or self-doubt about the emotions that you don't allow yourself to feel still. Now, the Eight of Swords is very much about that escapism, that feeling of isolation or imprisonment, and maybe that you're blind to some things. It could even be that you don't feel like you're trusting yourself. But when when Mars enters Taurus on the 14th, so Mars enters your sister sign, this comes in with a sense of well-being. This comes in with a sense of, go, 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 almost. And because your sister sign of Taurus is actually your 7th house of businesses, partners, home in foreign countries, that feeling of escapism and trying to deal with your public even, I think this is something to do with, I just want to be at home. I don't want to deal with all this. But Mars is actually telling you to continue. And Mars will win, because you do have the Prince of Wands here, so Mars will win. So there's no point in kind of trying to resist the changes that are coming. And also with your full moon being in Virgo, which is actually in your 11th house. And the 11th house being your side ventures, social life, your income from your job and career. You don't want to feel wrapped up in one thing or one direction, or resisting the change that may take you to something better down the line. It could even be that you need to organize yourself, or maybe you feel like you don't want to choose between love and your career. You can have both. It just means that you have to compromise. And again, it may need a bit of change in your career to accomplish your emotional needs. Because I don't know whether for some of you, what you're going through is actually beneficial for you anymore. Four of Cups, still, again, it could be that you have this feeling of apathy. Like, oh, I keep trying. But all these times, it hasn't worked out. The thing is, though, you're missing something. And it may be because you've been so worried about other things or worried about what's coming through. You've missed this. You've missed the ace up your sleeve. You missed the 4th cup that is right behind you if you only cared to look and if you only cared to explore. Again, you're still feeling the effects of Leo eclipse. This could be messing you up a little bit. It could be making you feel a bit like, oh God, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. But it's in the 10th house. So it is important. It is about your reputation as well as everything else. It's also about the father figure and stuff. So it could even be that you're trying to make amends with some things that cause some emotional upsets or doubt within yourself. But make sure that you feel and accept, okay, this is a down moment. I'm going okay now. Down moment, but I'm surpassing it. I'm going away. And again, I think this is less about crying over spilt milk, more about letting you feel that emotion, feel that, oh, okay, well, I'm disappointed with that, but let's move on. You know, there may be a little bit of a blip, but you've still got the good things going. You've still got either 2 people interested or 2 opportunities. Because, again, you cannot deny this Mars energy. Mars is taking you where it wants you to go. So this could come in on about the 14th, entering Taurus, your sister sign, who's very grounded, sensible and responsible. And this could be saying, look, you need to do this in business, you need to do this, you need to go here, you need to talk to this person. And it's kind of like you overcome the obstacle that's in your path. You do have an energy, you do have a passion and a lust for adventure. You're a Scorpio. You have these integral, twisty sort of feelings that will take you on board and tell you where it is you need to be and focus on certain things that maybe you never thought to think about before. But Scorpios, you are very deep and you are very in touch with what makes you you. You know, there's something that really does feel like it's important for you. And I think that this is kind of telling you to just go with it. But don't be afraid of what, other people may not understand about you. Just embrace it, explore it. Again, journaling, I think, is going to be very important for you this month. Something about writing things down, making sure that you get connected with your inner thoughts, feeling a little bit like you are developing further. And actually, they're telling me to get another card. Okay, Magician. So this comes next. You are the master of your own path. Yes, spirit guides and whatnot can come down and they can say, look, we really do think that you should do this. But if you're not aware enough to hear them, you can't take their advice. So what is it you need to do? You need to make sure that you focus. You need to make sure that you meditate or connect within your inner self, your spiritual self. I think for some of you, you have forgotten the spiritual part of yourself in favor of focusing on what the world wants and what the world desires and how they're interpreting things. So all you need to do really is focus on how you want to be seen and how you want to grow this year. February is the prime opportunity to do that. We're in the middle of Aquarius and Pisces. So these are the rebels of the zodiac and also the most spiritual. So you can definitely move towards something that's important for you in this way. I'm just going to shuffle the cards now. But the Magician is really, really, really strong for you guys. And I honestly feel like you have abilities that other people don't realize and you maybe don't utilize. So this is something that you should maybe look at. Just going to do an Archangel Oracle card just to see what's coming through. Whoop. Okay, who are you? Healthy lifestyle. Okay, so maybe this is something that you need to be surrounding yourself with better people and better thoughts. It is eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. I think for some of us, we are so bogged down. We are so bogged down in the feeling of maybe trying too hard and trying to control too much and trying to steer us in the right direction. Sometimes we just have to let go and let the universe carry us. I mean, even here, they have the 6 of Wands. Actually, they're very united, green and yellow. So it could be that you just lie in the boat and you say, okay, universe, take me to where you want to go. And it's interesting, actually, I've just noticed as well. You've got a guy with the hood rowing the boat, and then you have a guy at the hood here. So you're letting something go. You've transitioned across, and now you're letting something go. Maybe you're cutting off ties and saying goodbye to something that, you're not going to really want to come back, But I do feel that with this one, the 6 of Swords, with this card as well, it's kind of saying just be healthy, cut off people that no longer serve you, make sure things go to one side, that sort of feeling. I think a lot of this is about your transition and your rite of passage and just create a space for yourself, And I think also with this one, it could be about your heart chakra and your solar plexus. So your heart chakra, you say, I am loved, I let love in, I am kind to myself, and I live in peace and gratitude. And that is your heart chakra. That needs to be tended to this month. Maybe that's something that you can look at with your health as well. And then with the yellow, which is your sacral Not sacral, your solar plexus. I'll get them right one day. Those two, I always mix up, the sacral and the solar. But the solar plexus is I am courageous, I am brave, I am present, you know, I trust myself, I stand in my power. You know, that feeling of I am me, hear me roar, that sort of feeling. Because you need to believe in yourself. You know that feeling in your gut that you get sometimes when something's not right? You need to be aware of that more often and utilize that. And it could mean that cutting out some of the chatter, you know, some of the chatter that's around you, you just need to scale back on that. And not necessarily say, I hate you, goodbye, but just sort of develop your intuition as to what's right and what's not. But I do wish you the very best of luck, Scorpio. Do let me know in the comments below how things go. And I will look forward to reading for you in March. If you do want a personal reading, all the information is down below. And if you appreciate this content, please do feel free to buy me a coffee. It'll all go towards maintaining this channel. But in the meantime,